Hello friends, welcome back. Sorry for delay because due to some technical reasons I'm not able to record any video, but now I'm back again. So let us start with our topic. I want that I can complete your portion as early as possible so that you can go through it and you have to study for that. Okay? Let us start with the third chapter, that is demand analysis. Okay? See, demand analysis. What is mean by demand? First we have to see, then the analysis. Okay, in ordinary language, demand means a desire. Desire means what? It is an urge to have something. That means if I want anything, it would be a desire. But in economics, demand means a desire which is backed by willingness and ability to pay. That means for this, I'm going to give you one example. See, as a middle person, if I want a car of any four wheeler, I can purchase within the range up to 5 or 10 lakhs. I can purchase any car. Okay, but if as a middle person, if I want a Ferrari or Lamborghini, then it is just a desire. All you are laughing because each and every person know as a middle person or middleman cannot purchase the car like a Lamborghini or Ferrari. Why? Because that means this differs from desire and ability and willingness to pay. That means demand is a desire which is backed by willingness and ability to pay. Okay, so this is the main meaning of the demand. Now, demand is an effective desire. All desires are not demand. Just now I explained you this ki all desires, anyone can desire anything, but if it is backed by willingness to pay and ability to pay, then it is a demand. Okay, thus in the sense we can say that demand is equal to desire plus willingness to purchase and ability to pay. Now I think this is the concept of the demand which is very much clear for you. Now the definition of the demand. According to Benham, the demand for anything at a given price is the amount of it which will be bought per unit of time at that price. That means at particular time period when a commodity is purchased or commodity is brought with consideration of money involved in it, then it is known as a demand. Thus, there are two features of demand. It is a relative concept. Why it is relative concept? Because differs from person to person. And the second one is demand is essentially expressed with reference to time and place. It's very important that at particular time and price, एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम पे वो कमोडिटी की प्राइस क्या है, it also depends on that. Therefore demand is said to be a relative concept. Okay, now we will go further that demand schedule. What is meant by demand schedule? It may be either individual demand schedule or market demand schedule. In the simple sense, individual demand schedule, what it shows, or even individual demand curve. After the schedule, we will go to the curve. But what the first schedule says, it is a tabular representation showing different quantities of commodities that an individual consumer is prepared to buy at various prices over a given period of time. That means, see, here a consumer is consuming only one commodity at a time, or we can say quantity demanded is given at a particular price, not a single commodity. Here the commodity will increase, demand for commodity will increase if there is a fall in price. See the schedule. When the price is 10, the demand for the commodity X is 1 kg. When price becomes 8, the demand will increase to 2. When the price becomes 6, will increase to 3. That means as the price is going down, demand is increasing. Okay, this shows that demand curve, individual demand curve, it flows downwards from left to right. See, if we have to give the reason for this, that the demand curve goes from left to right, you have to explain with this schedule, with this diagram. Okay, always express the price on y axis and quantity demanded on x axis. when you plot the graph like this, it is shown in the figure, then it shows you have to write that, you have to put a arrow in that, and you have to show this that demand curve slopes from left to right. Okay, this is the individual demand schedule and individual demand curve. Now we will come to the market demand schedule. It's very easy that here the price is of the commodity X is given and quantity demanded by different consumer. For this, I can give you some example that if I say a milk consumption by 3 families in our society, in that case commodity here is milk, price is given per kg or per liter. If I take a milk, then price must be in per liter, and quantity demanded by 3 consumers A, B and C. Market demand, what it says? Market demand says it is a total consumption of the commodities demanded by the 3 consumers. Okay, see this. When the price is rupees 10, consumer A demands 5 kgs, consumer B demands 10 kgs, consumer C demands 15 kgs. Okay, so that means for the commodity X at price rupees 10, the total market demand is 30. As the price falls to 8, demand for consumer A will increase to 10, demand for B will increase to 15, and demand for C will increase to 20. That means in turn it gives total demand or market demand is 45 when the price becomes 8. That means price is coming down and demand is increasing. Again, we can see from the diagram, we can see the market demand curve. It is also sloping downwards from left to right. It is based on the market demand schedule. Figure 3.3 represents the market demand curve. Market demand curve you can easily see in the diagram. It is again going from left to right. So if the question is asked for the distinguish between individual demand curve and market demand, or it's simply individual demand and market demand, then you can put your diagram here so that it will be helpful for you. You will get good marks for this. There are 2 pictures shown for individual demand and market demand. Sailor is sailing to one person, then it is individual. Sailor is sailing to number of persons, then it will be a market demand. Okay, I think all of you are cleared about individual demand and market demand. After that, there are some reasons justifying downward sloping demand curve that I will explain you in the next lecture. Okay, today I'm ending my lecture with this. Okay, we will see you tomorrow. Please like, share and subscribe my channel, and if you have any doubt, just put a doubt in your comment section. I will definitely clear your doubt. Bye.